Hey everyone, it's Kara here from Boho and I'm back with day 17 of 1 month in my bullet journal. As always, I want to start out with marking off my tasks for yesterday. So yesterday was Friday. The 6 a.m. Olympics ride, I did not make it. And I actually didn't even get on and ride it later in the day. It wasn't on demand until mid-afternoon. And by then, I was just so into everything else that I was doing and getting done. And still, honestly, not feeling 100% after my doctor's appointment on Thursday. So unfortunately, I didn't get to ride this ride, but I will hopefully today because I'm feeling much better. All right, a newsletter got sent out, did payroll, did not film my video. We launched our new stickers at noon, and I did a lot of research on manufacturing yesterday. So I'm definitely making progress there. And since I couldn't film my fountain pen video, Mark worked late and I couldn't bring the dogs upstairs because Mike is still healing from being spayed. I did a lot of work downstairs. So I actually ended up working on the exclusive items for the April box. I'm just going to put that as a note. All right, now I'm going to do a little bit of journaling for yesterday. All right, just a tiny bit of journaling for yesterday and then on to today. So it's the weekend and I have made a commitment while I'm here. Let me just blot that. And I have made a commitment to not work on weekends unless it's absolutely critically necessary. So I am not going to add any tasks to my list today work-wise. I do need to do some laundry today though, so I'm going to add that on here. And I want a meal plan for next week so that we can go to the grocery store tomorrow. All right, so that's going to be my list for today. I have 2 rides on the Peloton. I actually did not make this 6 a.m. ride either because I was just so tired I couldn't get up. But I am going to be on the 12:45 ride, and then Mark and I are going to Philly this evening to have dinner kind of as a late Valentine's. Oh, weather for today, I almost forgot again. It's going to be a high of 40 and a low of 31. And sunny. All right, there we go. Now let's do some monthly spreads, and then I want to add a new tracker to my bullet journal, which I'm really excited about. Okay, let's see. Habit tracker. Yesterday I was up by 6. Miracle morning, yes. I did not ride. I did not do strength training. I did eat clean. No alcohol. And bed by 11. Okay. NaNoWriMo, no writing again, but I am hoping to catch up a little bit today. And then Mood Mandala, yesterday, I'm gonna say happy. I did get a lot done. I was productive. But for the most part, I've just been in such a good, generally good and happy mood. So I think that's going to be my general mood for yesterday. All right. Mood mandala is done. I think I'm going to start drawing a little bit more soon. I want to do some more bigger petals like these, and I think I need to come up another couple lines before I start drawing there. All right, and gratitude for yesterday, I think is going to be puppy snuggles because I spent a long time yesterday snuggling with Micah. She wasn't feeling well, and I still wasn't feeling well. So just spending time with her, I think, made us both feel better. All right, There we go. Nice and simple. All right, now I want to move on to adding a new collection to my journal. And I'm really excited about it because this is going to be my trying to conceive tracker. I'm still not sure what I'm going to call it. But I did some work last night, kind of playing around with some different ideas. So this is my practice journal. I've shown it off before. It's a official bullet journal notebook in Nordic blue. So this is where I just come in and jot down ideas on ways that I can use different spreads. So I was trying to figure out how to create the tracker that I want to do. And I've seen a lot of like period, like menstruation trackers and even intimacy trackers. But I realized as I was setting it up, I was like, okay, let me try this out real quick. And the idea was that you just have the whole year, January through December, and the days of the month. And then you can just fill in each square based on, you know, your flow, whether you were intimate that day, all those sorts of things that you want to track. However, I realized I downloaded this app called Clue, which a couple of you had recommended in the comments, and it's fabulous. And it tracks so much more than just your cycle and intimacy. And I just think that's so valuable. And I'm going to be using the app to track, but I also want to track it in my bullet journal because I kind of want to have a record of this time because it's really special. And I think it would be really nice to have that on paper, something to look back to. So I got to thinking about all the things that I wanted to track. And I was like, I can't possibly track all of these different things in one little box per day. So I came up with the idea of kind of adapting the Calendex system by Eddie Hope, which I've talked about a lot in the past, and doing it sort of that way. So this is what I came up with. So my idea is to have a column for each month, and I'm going to do 4 months at a time. And in each month, I'll be tracking my cycle, any pain, events, intimacy, alcohol, and tests. So these are the things I'm going to be tracking in each of those categories. So for my cycle, it's going to be spotting, light, medium, heavy, PMS, predicted ovulation. Predicted ovulation is going to be based on what the Clue app tells me is my predicted ovulation time. Pain, so I'll have cramps, ovulation pain, headache, breast tenderness. Events, I'll have my OBGYN visits, regular doctor visits, date nights, and any travel. And then under intimacy, I'm just going to have sex. Like, I'm just going to have sex. That's what I just said. The 3 things I'll be tracking under intimacy are times when we have sex, when I have a high drive and a low drive. And then alcohol, I'm just going to write a number in the box, number of drinks. And then tests, whenever I take an ovulation test or a pregnancy test, I'll mark that in there. I haven't quite figured out the key, like the symbols that I want to use or the colors that I want to use for this. And I also haven't figured out what I want to call it because it's so much more than just a period tracker or an intimacy tracker. It's more like an all around, all these things that could affect fertility. So I think I'm going to call it a fertility tracker or a trying to conceive tracker. Trying to conceive is just so long, and I don't like the abbreviated like TTC. I don't know. I think I'm just going to call it fertility because I like the word fertility. All right. And my other decision as I was testing this out in here is that I want to swap this. I want to put the key on the left-hand side, and then I want to have the months after that. So that is my plan. I'm going to try to set it up here, and yeah, here we go. All right, so I've got my basic layout here, and I wanted to talk about how how I'm setting this up, like dimensions wise, because I know everybody's going to ask. So when I practiced in my official bullet journal, this is the one that has 26 spaces across the page, or 26 squares. The newer Leuchtturms have 27, so I actually have an extra space in this one. But the way I set it up in the one with 26 is I just started right at the very first box of the page, and I did my 6 categories. So that means each month is 7 boxes wide. And then I skipped 2 squares, did my next month's box, another 2 squares next month, and then I had an extra square on the right-hand side of the page here. And in this one, since it has 27, it's actually a little bit more symmetrical. So I actually have an empty box on the side of the page, my 7 leaves 2 spaces, 7, 2 spaces, 7, and then 1 space on the right side of the page as well. And I'm currently debating, trying to decide if I want to actually draw out the boxes for each month, or if I just want to leave them blank, kind of like I have been with my habit tracker, for example. And then I can just fill in each box with whatever my key is as the month goes along. So I think that's what I'm going to do to start out. I can always come back in and draw in those boxes later if I decide to do that, but I can't really get rid of them. I am going to do an underline here. Let's see. And I'm only doing it with a ruler because I might come back in and draw the whole thing. And if I do, I don't want this one line to be the wiggly one. If that makes sense. All right, let's see. All right, so we've got those lines there. I'm going to do my months up at the top. And I'm starting to think this might be a really good job for that big stamp. Oh, the stamp. Okay, let me see. No, you know what? I'm going to keep it all simple. I'm going to keep this one simple. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. We've got our month headers. Now I need to do the key. And this is where I'm just not sure. I'm not sure how I want to do it. I don't know if I want to just do a bunch of different colors, different symbols. Like, I want it to be easy. So, you know, I have, let's see, how many different things am I tracking here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm tracking 20 things. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play around on this one first, since it's my practice one, and see how this could work. All right, I want to stick with my Tombow, my pastel Tombows. So that's kind of the color scheme I'm working with in my journal right now. I think for cycle, I'm going to do this darker pink, which is 23, or 723, sorry. So for spotting, I think I'm just going to do one line. For light, I think I'm going to do multiple lines. For medium, no, I should switch that around. Okay, so this is going to be medium. Light is going to be the one line. And spotting is going to be just some dots like that. Okay, and then heavy, I will fully color it in. Okay, and I'm starting to wonder if I really need to track PMS. Do I really need to track that? I'd like to track my predicted ovulation. But I don't think PMS is something I need to really track in my journal. I'll be tracking it in the app, but I don't think I need to have that in here. All right, and then my predicted ovulation, I think I'm going to, because I don't want to completely block out the square because I still want to be able to track other things. Or no, this is all within cycle. So my ovulation should be separate from bleeding. So this is the real process, y'all, the real thought process. All right, so predicted ovulation, I'm going to go with a light gray. Let's do that if I can find a light gray. Where's my light gray? I think this is the light one. Yes, and 55. Okay, so predicted ovulation is going to be like a light gray. That's not light. Okay. I don't know where my light gray went. It must be downstairs. It must be. Yeah, I don't want that to be such a dark color. Okay, let's do this. Since that is the light pink, or the dark pink, let's do the light pink for predictive ovulation. Okay. Just rough drafting this here. Okay. Then for pain, let's make pain in the blue range. All right, so we've got a light blue and a dark blue. So let's do dark blue let's do a full square for cramps. Let's do a line for a headache. And let's do light blue for ovulation pain. So light blue and light pink for ovulation. And then breast tenderness, let's just do, I don't know if this one's dark enough. Yeah, let's just do 3 lines for that. Okay, we're getting there. Now for events, doctor's visits, I think I'm just gonna mark, I think I'm gonna do the same color fill for date and travel. It'll be that light green, but then what I'll do is I'll write in the box D or T. And then for doctor's visits, I'm going to do them in a really bright color. And I actually don't think I'm going to track my regular doctor's visits, just my OB. All right, there we go. Next, intimacy. So I think for intimacy, I'm just going to put symbols. So we'll do a heart. And then high and low, we'll just do an arrow one way or the other. Alcohol, number of drinks, we're just going to write the number of drinks in the square. And then ovulation tests and pregnancy tests. Let's just do dark pink and darker blue. And then within those squares, I can put a plus or a minus based on positive or negative, of course. And then, yeah, I think that's going to do it. I think I got it figured out. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Let's set the rest of this up. All right, got those in there. Let's do a little header. Oh, how do I want to do this? simple title. There's going to be so much color on this page just because of the key. I kind of want to keep everything else simple. So that's simple. And all right, let's get this key finalized. All right, here we go. So we've got dark pink spotting is going to be dots. Okay, I think that's it. I think it looks really good. I'm super excited. I do want to mark the day that I got my IUD taken out. So that was the 15th. So I'm not going to have any records before that. Maybe I'll come in here and put some sort of quote there in that space since I have it. I'm not going to do that right now, but okay. So what do I put there? How can I mark that special? I know it's an appointment, doctor's appointment, OBGYN. All right, we're testing this out. Events, there we go. Color that all the way in. I think I might have to actually come in and draw those lines. It's going to look really weird with a bunch of boxes connecting to each other. Yep, I'm going to have to do it. Okay, this video is about to get longer. Okay. Oh, I just realized I wanted to put a quote there. Oh my gosh. It's okay. All right. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Phew, I thought I was never going to finish drawing those boxes. That's why I didn't want to draw the boxes. But overall, I think it looks much better, and I think it'll flow much better once everything's all together. I'm really sad that I didn't leave space here, but I might come back in and do something. I don't know. I can't really white out and then draw over it because that's a big space to white out. Maybe I can find some sort of like little piece of paper or washi tape or something like that that I can paste in there and draw on. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that is it. That is my fertility tracker. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to go start getting this filled out, and yeah, tomorrow is Sunday, so we'll be planning for next week. Really looking forward to that. I hope you have an amazing Saturday, and I will see you all in the morning. Bye.